Alright guys, this is MOB giving you guys my thoughts on the new 11-inch, or not 11, but the 27-inch new iMacs that just came out. And as you can see on my screen here, there's a couple stats that you can take a look at. This is my Geek Mitch that I'm running here while I'm doing this screen flow. And as you can see, I got a 12,781 off of my iMac. Basically 3.4 gigahertz, 4 cores, 8 threads, so it does have the hyper threading on there. And I'm running 4 gigs of RAM, as you can tell. Now I am doing a 64-bit Geekbench, so they can see that. Just have a couple things here, Apple's website showing the different things that you can do on the iMac configurations, and explaining some of the features. And then I got a Mac here, one of my favorite sites I love going to. They did a very good review on the actual iMac, but I'm not here to do a review. I'm actually here to just tell you guys my thoughts on the iMac myself. As you can see, looks like they did one here, and they got 11602 for theirs. And this might have been probably a 32, maybe a 32 gigabit Geekbench. But as you can see, got pictures. He has the multiple monitors set up. That's pretty nice. I'm looking forward to something like that. And he has some other pictures that they did in regards to some of the stuff of their review. You might want to go check that out. Like I said, it's called Matt. But another one here, if you guys are not familiar with Barefeets, barefeets.com, they do extensive reviews in regards to computers that's Apple related. Give you benchmark tests on different things that you normally would see, such as you got Cinebench, you got the Geekbench, also doing GPU tests, so forth and so on. Now in here you can see that they're actually comparing all of the new models of the iMacs, and then they compare the top of the line 2010 iMac and also a 6-core Mac Pro. As you can see, Cinebench, the 3.4 i7 iMac is definitely faster than all of the other iMacs. But I want you guys to pay attention to something for the guys that have the 2.93 i7 iMac out there. That 2.93 i7 iMac is faster than all of the other iMacs besides the 3.4 i7. So definitely take that in consideration if you're thinking about upgrading or changing or selling or whatever you want to do. Do not sell your i7 iMac for a i5, because don't sell it for the i5 new branded, because the Sandy Bridge i5s do not have hyper threading, and you're definitely going to see a difference in computer. You're pretty much going to have the same computer, and what you'll end up doing is selling your computer just to get Thunderbolt. That's really what it's going to end up being if you're selling your i7 2.93 compared to the new quad cores that are not i7s. The i5s do not have hyper threading, so keep that in mind. Another thing I want you guys to take a look at, obviously you see some of the Geekbench that they did, 12776, and then you got the high-end i7 from last year, 10806, and then you see the other ones from this year. Nowhere near that 12776 number. But I want you to pay attention to this this Mac Pro 6-core. This Mac Pro 6-core has 16 on the Geekbench. But one thing I want you to realize is the current top-of-the-line iMac, you'll spend before tax $22.99 or say $21.99 with the 3.4 i7 and the 1 gig, standard configuration for the video card. This Mac Pro here starts at least almost $4,000, close to it, very close to it, with no monitor, so forth and so on. So I don't think it's a bad deal at all with the new iMacs that have come out. Also, what I want you guys to take a look at is the GPU scores comparing last year's to this year. You got that 2.93 i7 here, and then the i7 for the new iMacs, you're scoring 3274. Another thing, 147 in Portal compared to 223, 220, things of that nature. So obviously the GPU has been bumped up a bit. That is a huge increase in RAM or on the actual VRAM on the actual video card. So a couple things, you got the multiple um, Thunderbolt ports on the 27 inches. You also have the better RAM for the yeah, it's a better video card actually. You still get 16, but OWC says you can get up to 32, which is still really expensive. But 16 is not compared to Apple. Um, then you have the i7. So my recommendation is this: if you have a Core i5 now, yeah. If you go to the new iMac Core i5 to Core i5, it'd be pretty cool as long as you're getting, maybe say the 3.1. If you had the 2.8 last time, the 3.1 would be a little better, probably about a 25 to 30% bump in speed is what you'll notice. However, do not go from an i7 to an i5 because you're basically downgrading your computer if you do so. If you have an i7 from last year, you best believe to go to an i7 this year because you're definitely going to see the difference if you did that vice versa with going from an i7 to an i5. You're not going to have that hyper threading, and you're going to be pretty upset with yourself because you're not going to gain anything from that other than those Thunderbolt ports. But that's my take on it. Um, the machine is pretty fast, and you guys will really enjoy it. So take a look at some of these tests. Go to Bare Feats, go to Mac World, Mac Life, Coda Mac. Some of these guys who've done these reviews, and really do your comparisons before you make that leap. Me personally, I love my new iMac. It's great, and really enjoying it. And again, kind of new to this, probably my fourth or fifth video that I did. Any comments, any critiques is very welcome. Follow me if you can. I follow back. Do comment on some of my reviews and some of the comments that show up. So this is MOB checking out.